I'm ready. You can start now, guys. Whoa, beautiful slice and dice by Logan Weber. Welcome to south of the pier, Manhattan Beach, California. Along with Jason DeBelius, I am Jason DeBelius, doing color and play. This is the NORCECA qualifier, and for all intents and purposes, I might say the semifinals. No, it could be the quarters. I actually see 3 remaining teams. I believe we got a 1-1. I'll do introductions in a minute, just to make sure everybody's happy. Good jump serve out of the middle. Okay pass. Up and down set. Logan gets dug. Oh, Kyle, everybody's best friend. Transitions on the option, if you will. Okay, so introductions. On this side of the net, on the left, is Logan Weber. One of my leading candidates for Hitman for Hire of the Year. And the other leading candidate for Hitman for Hire, his partner, Hagen Smith. Hagen Smith setting. Wow, elevator up, elevator down, identical penthouses, and that's what you get for a quick, I believe, I'll figure it out. I'll get score. You got 3-1? Thanks, ref. Top ref, one of the best in the business. I'm gonna do a zoom in just for him, because everywhere I go, there he is. Indoor club, outdoor club, outdoor beach. And that was the hit that Logan Weber originally wanted, and now the score is 2-3. How'd you do?
Me, 1-1.
1-1. Cool. I thought Aya played well.
Yeah, we played good. Just not well enough to qualify.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, well ain't enough, but well is.
At least
Yeah.
we came out second in pool, so
Yep.
on to tomorrow.
But I like that. If well's the worst you could do, though, you're in good shape. We got one before the switch. The score is 4-2. So the introductions of the guys in pink is complete. Now let's take a look at the guys with the black shorts. At the service line, lefty Timothy Brewster. And his partner and BFF, best friend forever, Kyle Friend. There's a smart cutback. Look, react, attacked. Tim Brewster tracking a 4-block switch on that. It's one of those things where you just have to really zip it in. You have to hit it or just be decisive. Quarter of a second later, maybe Brewster touches that. There's a shoot and there's Kyle. Same conversation about elevator up, elevator down. Yeah, this is a true quarterfinals on the court furthest from us. I see Salila Tucker and Cody Caldwell, and I see Troy Field and Evan Corey. A little bit of a J-hook pass, and what a save! Up and down set. There's the block. Trying to go on 2. There's the cover, and he knows he's got to go. Hagen, wow, cut back. Almost every volley decided at the 10-foot line, if you will. Score is 5-4. Kyle Friend is one of my leading candidates for best blocker. I don't know the numbers, but you know, I know everybody looks for like big guys or imposing figures, but the guy who's actually handing out blocking lessons the last few matches or tournaments has been Kyle Friend. 5-4 is the score. There's the wrist away, red right into Hagen Smith. Hagen, oh, what a great touch, but the score is 6-4. When I first met Hagen, he was playing with Cole Fears, and They just had this philosophy, hit everything. Don't roll, don't cut shot, and it worked out wonderfully for them because in this game, for the most part, you do use your power to set up shots. So you start your career hitting everything. Your jump is there, your disguise is there. Very much like that on the on-2. And waiting for the ref on this, and I think we got 5-6. Nice. He can hear me from there. Ooh, I'm gonna watch my language. Left shoulder serve, a little bit of a J-hook pass, up and down set. Excellent read on the cutover, and that was more of a feeling out process pursuit instead of going all out on that. I would have loved to see Brewster take the extra step on that. Do something called a coach's courtesy dive. Leandro is their coach. 6-7, looking for the switch. Tim Brewster to serve. We have an invasion, in fact, an infiltration of talented left-handed hitters in the AVP right now. Travis Muirwitter took third at Virginia Beach. Him and J.D. Hamilton, yes, people, J.D. Hamilton's coming to Hermosa Beach. The man has a lot of love. Make sure you show him that. There's a switch. There's 8-6. That ball lands right into our living room. Trying to stretch out for that, and got that. So who else do we have? We have Bill Kalinsky and Rafi Polis playing Devin Berkey. It looks like Schwangel, or not. We got Ben Vaught, I believe, playing with Cole. You got 9-6 on the switch. One off the switch, Hagen to serve. And Jordan Hop, or Jordan Hoppy, or Jordan Hoppe. I just call him Jordan, because handsome guys like that should only be known by their first names, like Cher and Madonna, who are not handsome dudes. Yeah. And Jordan's playing with Travis Muirwitter. Hagen Smith, just wanting to have a fun conversation. I think the score is 10-6. 2 off the switch. Hagen with on his jump serve is a no spin toss and heavy top spin serve, and that's what I wanted to see from Tim Brewster on that last one. The more you go out, the more you're used to testing your limitations, the more normal it feels, and then the feeling out process is all but concluded, and just allowing you to get after it. But I mean, you're not going to watch too many Hagen Smith matches where you see him filling out teams. He starts balls out. It's what he's trained for. It's what he's died for. What he's worked out for. I sound a little biased against the feeling out process, don't I? It's probably because these guys play each other all the time. You have plenty of tape. All right, come on, guys. Come on, boys, get after it. A fair criticism from the people I love. There's the outside set, and Kyle trying to do a little too much, and there's that youth and inexperience taking over. They should have called timeout. He said 11-8. I'm going to switch that. I'm 90% sure I heard the ref say 11-8. Jump floater, going back to Kyle. Good idea. Kyle on the back set. There's the hot read, and Sandhopper. One away from the technical timeout. One away from, again, good correction on the score. I had it wrong. Apologies. Anyone that watches my games knows. The one thing they hate besides me talking too much is I can't count. Left shoulder serve. Normal was the call, and that's why you have the discussion with the ref. Ooh, nice clean, and there's the knuckle. Closing the gap by the technical timeout. It's 10-11. And that's why you have the conversation with the ref. You know, one play later, you got a little bit of a chuck on the double. And I'm not saying the ref swallowed his whistle, and he's actually one of the best in the business, but something I know about him is if he's not sure if it's a double or not, he's not going to call it. We are nearing, I have no idea what time to feed my meter, I guess. My match start time was noon, so. Make an unofficial deal with Hermosa Beach. We start having more sunny days out here. I'll show my ugly mug more. It has been cloudy for what feels like February. And this week we have tied our personal record for sunny days to 2. Ties the record. Kyle Friend not just plays volleyball, but he does court maintenance too. Your cat gets stuck in a tree, just call Kyle Friend. I love the Slunks gear. Big up. Big up to my guy who runs Slunks. Just class personified. Someone who loves the sport, someone who's producing great product. And you know, at some point we knew short shorts would be back, and a legal play, and there's a free ball play. We got normal set, we got a normal block, and easy academic read for Hagen Smith. Someone's got a Yankee hat up there. Yeah, I'm only out here for a little bit. I'm supposed to have a little conversation this afternoon about the Motherlode tournament. The Motherlode, which is in Aspen, Colorado, the same weekend as Chicago. It brings out some talented players from the regional scene and some people who opt to go there. It's just this beautiful wonderland in the spring and the fall. Like if you only go there for skiing, you're missing out on some of the best things in life. The place looks like Amsterdam, except everyone speaks English. So last year I emceed at the Motherlode, my first time, and this year I will be doing color commentary, and the people from the Motherlode have drafted Randy Stokos. So me and the King of the Beach getting together one more time. There's a high line, and that ball is in like Flynn. I like this team a lot. It's first of all, Kyle seems like a partner where you don't like have to deal with your partner. You know, he's like one of those guys. You want to block? Sure, okay. No, I changed my mind. I want you to play defense. Okay. No, I want you to block again. Sure, fine. There's a hit on 2, and we're looking at 14-12. And anyone had seen Atlanta, he was a blocking machine. I think he put up like 11 against Taylor and Taylor. Made the semifinals in Atlanta and made the semifinals in Chicago. 2 gold series, two big finishes against, you know, for a team that I think a lot of people didn't see them in that situation. Wow, there's the dig. Kyle trying to do a queen move! Oh man, Such a queen move by Kyle Friend. One for the switch. If you asked him, he will tell you that's exactly how he planned it. Hagen, one of the more beautiful turns, certainly on the domestic scene. Like an Anders Mall-worthy turn. Sees the entire court. Most of the time, traditionally, on the option, the hit on two, most blockers just agree to block cross and give up line. And Hagen could have went line or go for the more elegant shot, what we call the challenge. Wow, there's a set to the pin, and Kyle must have had a Long Beach State flashback there. Set to the pin, almost a go ball type set. Long Beach State had a couple of good boom periods for their seasons, and Kyle, I think, was part of one of those really good teams. I think, was that David Lee or something? No, it's like a whole bunch of them. Duncan Budinger, I think they all played the same year. There's a topspin serve, handled okay. Creating his string out of the middle. Pokey, got it. Got a little bit of wind. Back to front. Of course, the typical ocean wind, right to left on your TV screen. But back to front would, for many volleyball players, make the other side of the net be considered the advantage side. As far as strength of the wind is concerned, probably not a whole lot to make anyone rich or poor, but it definitely rationalizes why Hagen is not going heavy topspin serve on this side. That's 15-16. Whoa, almost a hubby wife. There's the rescue. Got it! Nice. Hagen Smith, very good competitive set. Also taking care of the little things. Something I liked about Hagen on that was he competes at it, but he was also the first one near the cover. That's something professionals should do. Oh my God, tell him it's Jake from State Farm. Wow, there's a swat. A little bit forcey on that option pass, and that's something I'd like to see them do. It's something else I'd like to see them do a little better. I don't think it's one of those things that you have to shoot to pass. You could just pass them regular. I understand the rationalization of spreading out the blocking, making the block move all the way over to one side and having to cover the other. But if you considered set delivery, right, you're facing the net, so set trajectory. If the block's not fooled, you're kind of setting them into the block. And quite frankly, on the option, I'd rather just have them square up. I mean, you got one lefty, you got a lefty, you got a righty. It's not, unless your footwork, unless your pivot foot is already facing that way, which, I'll just shut up and let the professionals do it. But if he's in fact pivot footing, just square up. Square up, use your left. Kyle, square up, use your right. One away from the switch. 18-16, Haig to serve. And there's the back set. Nice read by Kyle Friend, and this game's pretty much been 1 point to 2 points since the technical timeout. Smith and Weber led as much as 10-7. But if you looked at my scoreboard, it was more like 11-6 because I can't count. But at the Bollywood it was 10-7. There's the up and down. There's the over and wow, that line over drops like a ton of bricks. Oceanside line over. There goes Cole. (1917). I expect Logan to jump serve. He's got a good one. He's got a good one in the middle. That one he goes left shoulder. There's a drifter and there's got a Nemo in the net. I don't know, what kind of fish would you call Logan Webber? For sure not a flounder. Kyle jump serve, hits the tape, and set point opportunity number 1 for a team I consider the heavy favorite to make the finals, Hagen Smith and Logan Webber. First time I met Logan Webber, AVP FIVB, Huntington Beach, 2018. It's the same year he was also in that USA College Challenge as well. There's the dig, looking for 19. Oh, great coverage by Kyle, and that's game though. I like the compete set and I appreciate the coverage, but again, you got wind at your back a little bit. It's one of those things that kind of takes care of itself. And there they go, Hagen Smith, Logan Webber leading 1-0. Yeah, first time I met Logan, he was trying to qualify for the FIVB AVP, and it was deep, it was gnarly because it was international players trying to qualify as well. I believe Guto and Simon had to qualify for that. It was, yeah. And Logan didn't qualify. He said, from this point on, if I have to qualify, I'm qualifying for every single one. I had an interview with him, and he says, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be here for every single one. And that was 2018, and he's been in the draw ever since. And if he's had to qualify, he's made the draw ever since. Did a bunch of really good things with Evan Corey. One of my more exciting moments, watching him win New Orleans, watching him win Wapaka. Since we got another minute left, a really cool story about him and Evan Corey Atlanta. The last round was one of the rare occasions they didn't qualify for the draw. They were in the last round, and they didn't make the main draw in AVP Atlanta. Did they go home and cry? Did they drink their sorrows away? No, they didn't. What they did was, what's up? Give me a hug, girl. Hugs are accepted here. I grow up occasionally, but not on Tuesdays.
How are you?
I'm good. They're looking good, huh?
Yeah.
Those two?
Oh yeah, they are.
So instead of feeling sorry for themselves and just wallowing in their self-pity, not those two. They didn't stay in Atlanta, and they didn't even go home. They got on a plane to go to Seattle, to go to Seaside. And they have these connecting flights. The connecting flights get messed up. They end up having to fly again and then end up having to drive. And they literally get to the tournament when the match is starting. The ref blew the whistle to serve, no warm-up. They just get on the court and play, and they lose the first set. And then from there, won the whole tournament, which subsequently was an automatic bid for Chicago. So, cool story about Logan Webber. A cool story about Evan Corey. As we go to the second set, with Logan leading 1-0. Oh. Good move, but man, the hang time on it was a little bit not what I would say, not highly competitive against the Hagen Smith that looked like he was well on his way to digging it anyway. 1-0. There's Hagen with the Again, no spin toss, but heavy spin serve. Hagen, again, just a beautiful look. Now, I was having this discussion with you guys about side setting. That, I guess, right side, that would be the exception, right? Right-handed hitter, you do need to open up a little bit, and that's where you do need to train for that. 2-1. Serve out of the middle, hands okay. Drifter set, and ref made the call right away. And they don't like it, but the thing I do like about it, it was decisive. The ref called a double, and they disagree. They make their peace, and they move on. Ask any ref, they'll tell you a double's not how it comes out, how it comes in. So for me, if he's going to call a double on that, I really appreciated that it was right away. Where, some tournaments you have players who are reffing and they wait to see how it comes out. Oh, it's spun, it's a double, and that's not how it works. And again, this ref's one of the best in the business. He's extremely fair. Is he going to get every call right? No, but that's like asking if the players are going to hit every serve. The answer to that is no too. I'll get a score check. Yapping away. You got a 3-3? You got threes, right? Threes? Yeah, gotcha. Oh, it's a switch, right? No. Yeah. I know, right? What was it? Hey, handsome, what score? Yeah. See, he knew. All I had to do was say, hey, handsome. You notice he's the only one that looked up. I know, right? Tim with the heavy topspin toss, and wow, again, the patience game pays off for Kyle, everybody's best friend. I know some people are asking, like, why, just a regular topspin serve, and some people would contend that it's easier to pass than the floater, but with that being said, I will say this. The heavy topspin serve is not about quick results. It's about constant pressure as that ball left balloons out of bounds. So it's about the serve getting stronger as the tournament goes, and then creating out-of-system plays and disruptions, and maybe even get an ace or two. So the other thing I find funny is, like, all of the same people I talk about how easy the topspin serve is to pass. Can't pass it. Kyle with a little Picasso move, line over. As the Manhattan Beach lunch crowd gathers around the pier to watch this game. This court's the closest to the pier. We're south, Manhattan Beach, California. And there's the constant pressure we're looking for, but can they use it? Oh! Left balloon, trailing by 1. But again, that's a testament to the constant pressure I was talking about with jump serves and heavy topspin. Hagen has a terrific one. I notice on this side of the pier, it's jump floater. And on the other side of the court, he's going heavy top. Talked to Hagen's mom today, Patty. Saying that her and her husband St. John are also business partners, and talked about how fun it was to be husband and wife and disagree on things in regards to business. There's a cut and line hopper and much needed play. And I think that gives them a lead. We're one away from the switch. And what I told Patty was, St. John needs you. Somebody needs the brains of the outfit. There's an old saying, if you're not a genius by the time you're 40, make sure you're married to one. I don't know who's sponsoring Hagen Smith, but whoever it is, I'd like him to have 15 more. He's so good for the sport. He's so engaging, he's so electric, so fun to watch. And as he continues to tour, his crowd size is getting a little bit bigger. And I'll tell you this, when you have fans taking the journey with you from tournament to tournament, that crowd gets bigger. It's an unexplainable feeling. I recorded that. Just don't give him your name. 8-6. Serve out of the middle, and that ball goes in to the net, and Tim having a little bit of off day on serves. I would never use the ball as an excuse, but I will say this, that the Mikasa is just so unforgiving on any little bit of a miss, you know? What's up, handsome? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Sun came out 2 days in a row, so showing my ugly mug. Right, we just tied consecutive days by 2. Think we get a little Band-Aid timeout, maybe? 7-8. And leading by 1 in this set, trailing 0-1 in the match. Young Hagen Smith. What's up? Oh, what a dig. Free ball opportunity. There's the option. Not yet. Oh my goodness, is it all ruined by a ball on court? Let's see the conversation. I think it depends on whether it's in or out, whose side argues over that, but nothing to see here, and that is 8-8. Very important real point for Hagen Smith. And Logan Weber to serve. Weber, I believe, a Michigan native. Tim Brewster with a John Mayer-esque swing. It's one of those good, better, best approaches where the explosion's at the very end. He's methodical, a little slow, and then pop, pop. Evan Curry and Troy Field are a team. That is just, man, wow. I will only say this, if or when that goes right, that's good for the sport too. We got 9-9. Kyle Friend to serve. J-hook pass. Brewster, ball's dug, and too bad for Hagen. There's a dig, point scoring opportunity from someone who's a fantastic transition player. So who's leaving the comments section? Who's your favorite transition player? Who's your guy when he gets a dig? You're at the end of your seat because you know they're going to do something gnarly. Leave in the comment section. Who's your favorite transition player? We got what? 10s? 10-9. 10 serving 9. My favorite transition player, Ahmed Tijan. Because when he gets a dig, you know he's not rolling. He's not the guy that shoots. He's the guy that kills. There's a little bit of a whiff on that. Kyle. Tim. Jumbo! Jumbo shrimp by Timothy Brewster. Big smile on his face. There's so much about this guy that reminds me of John Mayer, and I really hate making the comparison because, you know, John has already built his pedigree and his reputation, and in that respect, that's not a fair comparison, but talking about his movements, I'm talking about what he can be, and that's 12-9. There's your technical timeout. Wow. Momentum has shifted. Yeah, so again, about Tim Brewster, where the comparison is, John didn't have to use big moves or a large amount of energy in a lot of his matches. If you watched him, it looked like he was always a good reader, always a good digger, and always put himself in a position where balls were coming to him instead of him having to pursue that. And I see a little bit of that with Tim Brewster. In fact, no, I see a lot of that with Tim Brewster. And the pop on the offense, the pop off his hand is I would say is comparable to John Mayer. You know, I mean, there's some point where the comparison and the buck stops, but if he winds up anything like John Mayer, it's gonna be a good team. It's gonna be a good team. As far as weaknesses are concerned, I continue to go right shoulder, Hagen, or short middle, Logan. There's right shoulder Hagen. He creates a string on the inside, and things like that happen. Boy, that was a Mystic Mac moment for me. Yeah, he's not one of those guys. If you serve his right shoulder, on the ocean side, he doesn't create his string to the pin. He strings with the setter, or as the juniors would say, tether together. There's a line shot, and Kyle, his first step was so small, he was like, that's enough. That's as far as serving strategy. Now for Smith and Weber, I'd like to see them go to the lefty's right shoulder. Another comparison with John Mayer with Tim Brewster is he's very left shoulder strong, but he's right shoulder weak. He's one of those guys that when he serves his left shoulder, he angles his platform. It's 11-13. He faces his angle, but right shoulder, watch, he'll face forward and angle his platform, and his head is faced forward. And when he does that, both forearms are facing up. And when both forearms are facing up, yeah, I could go to the target, but you definitely invited the pass to do different things. A little too hard and heavy into that zone 1, and I believe we got 12-14. My ref shook his head. He can hear me. That's crazy. I know I got some voice, but. Yeah, when I was coaching Jeff Samuels and Rafi Polis, we played Brewster and Fendon. We had some success on that side. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding or misinterpretation, fair to communicate on my part with Jeff and Rafi. They were serving his left shoulder, but they were serving balloons, like love balloons. And if your serve to space is slow, what happens is Tim Brewster makes 2 moves and midlines it, and it's no longer a weakness, right? You want to serve someone's weak side, you have to serve fast enough. And there's the joust, and wow, he fought the law, and the law won.
You got that right there, Hagen, the whole time.
Hey, score me. 2-5, 1 from the switch. At least Hagen was there in spirit at the net. He's the one that goes second on those jousting and wins. Yeah, so what I was saying before, it's no point in serving someone's weak area if the speed of the serve, or the serve to space, if you will, is so slow that they can make 2 moves and just pass it in front of them like a professional should. Great match. You guys want to see that on YouTube. It's Brewster and Friend against Samuels and Paulus. Just the long rallies, the amazing digs, just Kyle, Friend, Tim, Jeff, just 4 guys just balling out on court 1 in Huntington Beach, California. That was a terrific match. It was the only time I actually wish I was calling a match instead of coaching. And to be totally honest, I didn't do much coaching. I mean, come on, that's our big secret. I was just chilling in the box. Oh, there it is. 17-13, a nice, smooth play. See, only the ref looked again. Say the word handsome, there's only one guy that looks. We got 17-13, or we could be on our way to a possible game 3. My meter's almost up, and this might be a game worth the money, worth the parking ticket. Option for option, and let's see if they get after it. Let's see if they get after it. One of their other weaknesses, sometimes they get a lead, they play a little keep away ball, and remind yourself, this game's not up to 17, it's up to 21. You gotta go, you gotta go. Shot off the tape, Kyle. Wow. Great elevation by Mr. Friend on that 4-point lead. Kyle gotta tell me where to get those shades when this game's over. Unless those are slunks too. Those are slunks too, man. I'm giving that guy a call. Whoa, Hagen, nobody up. It has been Option City on court 1 or court 7 or whatever this is in this quarterfinal NORCECA qualifier match. Now, I believe both teams make the finals. The teams that make the finals, both teams go regardless of winner. So the tape shot handles okay, and there's Kyle with a jump set. Maybe trying to do a little too much, man. You got to knock that ball out again. 16-18, 1 from the switch. And we need to see if they're going to get after it or if they're going to play keep away. I'm not talking about the physical here. I'm talking about psychological. Talking about the muscles between your ears. Wow. High serve, and Kyle handled that, and Tim's got to cover. Oh, man. And God, I hate when I'm right. 17-18 is the switch, right? We have a rule, if you compete set, you got to be the first one there to cover. Look at this man. I say the word handsome, and now you and the ref look. Sets for Ben, baby.
Not a good day today.
Nah. How about Vanguard? Come here for a sec. Talk to me. How things going at Vanguard? What do you look?
I'm not with Vanguard anymore.
Okay.
But they won the championship.
Cool, man.
So they're doing good.
I really like that guy.
Chris, awesome.
Is he still with him?
Yeah.
That's my guy, man.
He's a good guy.
I like him as far as like guys who I didn't know until I met them. And the guy from Bakersfield, that Brazilian cat.
I'm not sure.
What was his name? It doesn't matter. But I like guys that are just putting in the work. That's a real coach, man. That's a guy if he had better recruits. No disrespect to Vanguard. If he had
it's a small school. It's a small program. It's an NAIA school.
Yep.
He coached D1 for most of his career.
Yep.
He's been coaching college for 27 years, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, and he likes the small school atmosphere, less stress.
Tell me how much fun it is, because I was talking about Huntington Beach to my crowd. Your first main draw was you and Brendan Clemens there.
Exactly.
Isn't there something different, more electrifying atmosphere because of the hecklers and just a mixture and mismatch of so many good people?
Well, I think for us at Huntington, what made it cool was obviously my home beach, right?
Yeah.
Beach. But it was cool is like we beat a team that, honestly, we played them 100 times. We would have lost 99 times. I'm 100% serious.
When it counts, though.
But it was like that one. It was like a movie, like a football movie, where the coach walks in the locker room and goes, "Boys, let's be honest.
Yes.
1 in a million chance we're gonna win this game. But tonight's the
Let's
one."
be that one. Yes.
And I was like, that game, Reed it was very windy. Reed was completely gassed.
That was more like, I was thinking more like Avengers when Doctor Strange is like examining all the scenarios and they're like, how many scenarios are there? 14 million.
Yeah.
It says, how many do we win? He's like, one. I think we had 19s, right?
Yeah.
19s, ref? 1918. All right. So this is second set.
Okay.
They're leading, they're trailing 0-1 in the set, leading by one.
Okay.
No, trailing 0-1 in the match,
Anyway,
leading
we'll
1-0
go
in
by
the set.
one to set.
Yeah. So from one lefty to another, I was having a conversation about lefties who are protecting their right shoulder. And I noticed that we, because I'm also left-handed, are kind of the worst when it comes to those things. Whoa, there's a block! Set point opportunity number one. Like I notice a lot of lefties when you serve their left shoulder, the angle they face, the right shoulder, a lot of them, some of them are facing forward
and the ball kinda
and their platform's
skips.
up. Yeah.
Ball kind of skips.
It happens, John Mayer,
Uh-huh.
one of the best lefties, you know, in the sport.
Guys, I'll call you on the way back, okay?
Brewster, I see that with him. Travis Muritter, Corey. Wow, we got a lot of lefties, huh?
There's a lot of lefties now.
But you're one of the guys that was it was just an easier fix.
Well, because I think, when I was, that's why I was in Brazil for like 3.5 months training.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what they always taught is like hips move first, then feet, and that's kind of weird and hard to explain, but the ball's a little to my right, I can just use my hips to cradle, if not step. A lot of players are stepping,
It's true.
and they're not using their hips to kind of figure behind the ball.
And you know, the other thing is too, if they don't compete serve it, right? You could just make the second move and just fucking midline it.
Yeah.
So it's no longer an effective serve. They're gonna
Well,
lollipop
that's
it.
what they say, like the highest percentage of side out, Corey, it's Hagen. Hagen got the point.
He said dog, sorry. So 2020, eat your heart out Barbara Walters, eat your heart out John Stossel. 2020 is right here south of the pier, Manhattan Beach, California. I'm with Ben Vaught, just talking lefty stuff.
Go lefty style.
Wanna stick with me to the set, for the set?
Yeah, I'll stick around this game.
Let's break this down. It's basically a game to two now. Win by two, so how
What do
about?
you think they're going to go Kyle Frank? Kyle's going to go back set, try to... Oh, yep, that's a Kyle, but
Yeah.
that's it.
That's what you're thinking too. If they serve like left shoulder, anything in his middle left, he's gonna run a back set.
They want to. Looks like they're trying to go after Kyle to kind of force the back set. Then Logan looks like he's trying to go big on that line, and Hagen's just kind of sitting in the seam pocket, like the pocket, almost pocket / sharp angle.
Yep.
Really playing for the thumb up chop.
Yep.
And Logan's just full priority for the line touch.
So for him, I expect him to go Hagen's right shoulder. Hagen's gonna create a string out of the middle. No, middle.
I think, and Logan likes to hit line.
And this time just unloads, and there's your 21-21. Boy, I told you to stick with me for a game to two, but win by two.
Yeah.
Pack a lunch, boys. This could be a while.
That's a tough ball to stop there.
Yeah. That's a ball I think he had his mind made up, regardless of where the block was.
It looked like Kyle did not quite front him very much. He kind of make the hitter think a little bit. All right, let's see what they got here.
We got definitely no spin toss, top spin serve. He's serving into the wind. And my goodness, the game of inches. Smith Hagen's won over the USA tape. If you ask him, he planned that the whole time.
Sidney taught him how to do that.
What do you think? They go back middle? Kyle's done a really good job covering middle. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do something gnarly.
Try to go aggressive
Position
here.
4.
Yeah.
No, they go middle, and that's out of bounds. And hands on his hips. Why not? Right? You had luck is the residue of design, but I say go for it again.
Right.
Are you doing Chicago?
I would like to.
Well, if you don't, we got something good going on in Motherload.
Oh, Mother, yeah.
Motherlode is
I mean,
going to be
our
good.
schedule is pretty heavy World Tour right now. We're trying to like get into the challenge events.
It's Motherlode's 50th anniversary.
Oh, sweet.
So it's going to be a turnout of, a mixture of old school people, this and that. But the competition's though is in Colorado. Man, you got guys that are like 50 that are just freaking balling out at like this high level. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm from New York. I'm like, how many 50-year-olds you see doing shit? You know?
Not too
No.
many.
So this one, they're going to Weber. So Kyle's done a great job, left shoulder, middle,
Yeah,
hey, facing his angle.
They're kind of trying to push Timmy more to the line here.
Yeah. Almost everything they said was middle. Where like Friend and Brewster, they've been working
Yeah.
Oceanside Logan, Oceanside Smith on both sides of the net.
Yeah.
But you got a good toss, man. Sometimes. Oh my goodness!
That's a bummer.
Wow! Not once. So nice they did it twice. One time apiece. So this way you can't be completely mad at Hagen. This time Logan did it.
Logan did this.
Winners 2-0. Closing it out.
I'll see you.
Thanks for joining
Yes,
me,
sir.
Ben.
I'll see you next time.
Cool, man. And for everybody listening, Ben kept me company. I'm Jason DeDuyas. This is the quarterfinals, semis. Look at Evan Corey. Good stuff.